So here we've composed two functions. Now let's decompose those. So let's look at a function that's composed together and see if we can decompose that into two different functions, if that makes sense. So basically, we're finding two functions f and g such that h equals those two composed together. So this means that our input is g of x and we're inputting that into f and we get h. So this is kind of, there's lots of different answers for these. I'm going to walk you through a couple and then you can see if you can find some more on your own. Okay, so if h is two functions combined, and I need to figure out what those two functions are. I usually look at, so g of x is our input function. So what's your inside function? In this case, I think the easiest inside function to recognize is 3x plus 1, and the outside function would be the square root function. So let's see what happens if I compose these two and if I get h of x. So f composed with g would give us f of g of x, which is the square root of 3x plus 1, which is h. So that works. Another way that you could have done this is we could have let g of x, that inside function, be 3x, which would mean the outside function would be x plus 1. So when I compose these together, I would get f of 3x, which means I go to f. Anywhere I see an x, I put in a 3x, which is the square root of 3x plus 1, which is also h. So there's lots of different ways that you can do these. Looking at this next example, why don't you go ahead and pause the video and see if you can figure out an f and a g that would give us h, and then go ahead and unpause it and see what my example is. So for me, I would look at this and say, okay, my inside function, an easy one to see is 5x minus 3 as an inside function, which would leave us with an outside function of x squared. Let's see what happens when I plug these in. So f composed with g gives us f of 5x minus 3. So go to f, anywhere I see an x, plug in or substitute in a 5x minus 3, and that's h.